If you want to buy cheap Ultimate Team coins, go and check out MMOPO.com and use the discount code EGHD at the checkout to get yourself 8% off your order. Hi guys, welcome back to another bronze pack method video. Now, I'm actually making another video on this because obviously it's a very popular video that went down first of all, but since that video I've had loads and loads and loads of questions about how to do it. Some things I think I did cover in the first video, but maybe not explained to the best of my ability, so I thought, you know what, how about I redo it, but I add a little bit more to this video. Not only am I going to answer questions that I never answered in the first one, I'm also going to answer the ones I did a little bit more clearly for you guys. Now, if you're new around here, make sure you drop a subscribe. Make sure you subscribe, because most of you that watch these videos aren't subscribed. I think like 80% or more. I think more than 80% aren't subscribed. So if you're watching, subscribe. We have trading tips, squad building, weekend league stuff, player objectives, all of that. And if you want, you can join my Discord group as well. We've got 1,000 people in there in my Discord group now, which help you with objectives, squad building, bronze pack method, League SBCs, which is obviously great, and it is free. So what is the bronze pack method? It is a way of opening up these bronze packs to make pretty much unlimited coins in FIFA 20. And yes, unlimited coins. You could make millions off this. I know there are people that only do bronze pack methods, well, bronze packs and League SBCs. Bronze packs are the foundation for League SBCs, and if you don't know what I mean, basically a lot of even the top leagues still have a lot of bronze players in them, and obviously doing these you're going to get those players, and then it makes completing that particular club to get your pack a lot easier. It's very profitable, but it does take a lot of time, so I'm going to tell you how to do it most effectively to shave as much time off it as possible and also maximize your profit, which is what we all want, right? So let me just address, it is currently team of the season, EFL team of the season, and community specifically. We have this bronze upgrade right now, although even though you get 3 silver packs, the normal one you get 2. This expires in like, I think 2 hours, no, 1 day and 1 hour actually. We've got another day to do this. You don't need these for it to be profitable. Like the bronze pack method works all year round without failure. There are times when it works better. Currently we have obviously the EFL team of the season, as I mentioned. Some of the team of the season players you can pack in bronze packs. Yes, you can pack a bronze, a team of the season in a bronze 400 coin pack, which is ridiculous. Obviously the profit margins on that for what you put in is ridiculous. So what I've done, guys, is I've written down a few questions that you guys keep asking me over and over in my Discord group, so hopefully this will clear it up, and if you post a question I can actually reply to it with this video. So the first one is actually going to be the budget for bronze pack methods. If you have 10,000 coins, 20,000 coins, 50,000 coins, 100, 400,000 coins, it doesn't matter how many coins you have, you can be doing the bronze pack methods, and you should be doing the bronze pack methods. I think if you have like millions of coins, if you have like 5 million, 10 million coins, then obviously I think the best way to spend your time efficiently is investing in the correct players that will eventually rise. Because even if a player rises from like, 5%, the profit margins of spending millions obviously is much better. But if you've got anything, I'd say under 500,000 coins, then it's worth doing the bronze pack method, especially if you want to go into the League SBCs, which you guys should be doing. Now, as I covered in my previous video, guys, there are different ways in how you open up these bronze packs here. So when you have 20,000 coins or less, I recommend doing option 1. And I'll explain what those options are in a second. If you have 20 to 50,000 coins, I recommend doing option 2. And if you have 50,000 coins or more, I recommend doing option 3. Now, what are those options? Option 1 is going to be sell everything. Now, I will show you the exact things that sell for profit in these bronze packs and which things are not even worth thinking about, just, getting rid of them, basically. Now, option 2 is sell everything apart from CSL and Saudi League players. Now, this is down to you. You don't have to follow exactly what I say, but this is what I recommend. And the reason why I recommend that is because they are very heavy and predominantly bronze players in those leagues. So obviously, if you can get these players in bronze packs and you can't sell them for 200 coins, why not keep them, chuck them into a League SBC, get a 7.5k pack or a 15k pack, or even an all silver players pack, which are very profitable, by the way. And obviously that is something that you would have to grind for and take some time, but is the most profitable way of doing it. Now the third option is the most profitable. This is the way that I recommend everybody doing it, and if you do have a small amount of coins, eventually if you save up enough coins, I recommend doing it this way. Now option 3 is sell everything apart from League SBC players. Now League SBC players are players that are on the SBC page, funnily enough. So that is the wrong button, Jack. So if we go to the squad building section, go to players and then scroll through all the leagues, Bundesliga, CSL, even the Conmebol players if you like. I've done separate videos on the Conmebol leagues if you want to go and watch how to do the Conmebol League SBCs cheap. They're kind of like separate to the other League SBCs, but they still fall under this as well. Obviously all of these as well, Saudi League, Super League, Premier League, EFL Championship, all of these leagues are players that you want to keep from the bronze pack. Now players that are not from those leagues, and I'm going to give you some examples here. So if we go to League Search and go to English 2, obviously English 1 and English 2 are part of the League SBCs. If you go to English 3 though and English 4, these players are essentially not worth anything. They will sell for pretty much the discard value. Now some of the silvers may sell for above discard value, but all of the bronzes that you see from these leagues will not sell at all. So what you're going to do with these players is chuck them into the bronze upgrade pack. Now what is the bronze upgrade pack? It is this thing over here. So if we go to squad building again, go to the upgrades bit on the right, my webcam's in the way, you have bronze upgrade, silver upgrade and gold upgrade. Now with bronze upgrades, all you got to do is submit literally just a full team of players. You only need 40 chemistry. This is super easy to do. So let's say, for example, I went to squad builder, I put in quality bronze and I put in League 4 like that. And it's going to auto complete a squad for me. Obviously, you do not want to get rid of an icon swaps token. So what you can do, you can just chuck in random players in random positions, because all of these players do come from the same league. They're still going to get max chemistry, and we still could come out with 91 chemistry, but you only need 40. So this is how you do the League SBC with the players that aren't worth anything for those League SBCs. So what I'll do is I'll cover option 1, 2 and 3 when we actually get to the packs, guys. So the next question is, how long should I do it for? Do you do it for an hour? Do you do it for half an hour? And again, the answer is kind of self-explanatory and probably not the answer you're looking for, but it is as long as you can possibly do it for, right? Because at the end of the day, the more you can do it, the more profit you can make. Now, you are limited, unfortunately, to how many players you can sell at one time. You're limited to 100 players at one time which you can sell. So obviously the limit comes there. So when you're opening up packs and let's say you're doing option 1 where you pretty much sell everything, you're going to fill up the transfer list pretty quickly. You might have to spend 15,000 coins, maybe not even that, 12,000, 10,000 coins. If you sell player fitnesses, if you sell squad fitnesses, if you sell all the players that you can, you're probably going to fill up the transfer list pretty easily. And that's if you have an empty transfer list. So you're completely limited to transfer list. So the amount of time you spend on this is completely down to you. Now, once your transfer list gets full, what you can do is use that time to come over to your club, go to the bronze players and check which leagues that are not League SBCs, check if you have some bronze players, and then start to do the bronze upgrade SBCs. And that's the best way to do it. Once you fill up that transfer list, go and start doing the bronze upgrades. And then if you have some time, you can do some silver upgrades as well. And by the time you've spent some time doing this, go back to the transfer list. Some of your players have sold, open up some more bronze packs and keep doing this cycle basically. But I think more specifically the question, how long should you do it for? Another thing around that question is, how long do you need to do it before you can actually see profit? Again, this is completely dependent on what your club is like, because if you've got a lot of silver and gold players already, then you're only going to need a few bronze players from each team before you can start completing the League SBCs. So that's completely dependent, and I can't really answer that question, clearly. So we'll just leave that one. Another question here says when to sell healing and attribute cards, and also player fitness cards, squad fitness, individual player fitness. When is the best time? Is there a time that they sell quicker? Is there a time that they sell for more coins? And the answer is yes, but ultimately it doesn't matter. Always list up the cards that you have and the items that you have now, because it's not worth waiting an extra, bit of time for an extra 50, 100 coins. Just sell them, keep the process going. What you will find is items generally sell more between Friday and Sunday, because people play more games on the weekends, whether they have work or sometimes they just want to be playing weekend league and they need to buy some fitness for their team or some attribute cards or some healing items. That is when the things are going to sell easier. But guys, even if it's ridiculous time in the morning at Monday, Tuesday, when barely anyone's playing a game, just list up your cards anyway for 150 start, 5,000 buy now, And trust me, occasionally you do get a bit lucky and someone buys your stuff for 5,000 coins. I'll get to that in a second. And another question here is kind of a similar question to one we've had before. It says, which bronze players do you keep and which ones do you sell? And that again is dependent on whether you're doing option 1, 2 or 3. So that's, that's something we're going to get into. And guys, before I open up some bronze packs and show you an example of what to do, there's a last question here. It says, how many bronze non-league SBC players do you need before you start to put them into bronze upgrade packs? Basically, how many players do you need in your club before you start to do the upgrade SBCs? And that's a very good question, which I haven't really thought about answering properly. I think it's kind of down to your preference. You could be really, really strict with yourself, open up like 10 packs or 15 packs or 20 packs, go to your club and then really try to do the league SBC, the bronze upgrade SBC. But personally, what I like to do is I open up about 50 to 100 packs at a time. And when I feel like I've got a lot of clubs to go through, I know I'm going to get at least 10 of these bronze upgrade packs in return, somewhere between 10 and 20. That's when I'll do it. I don't recommend, opening up any more packs than that before you do this, because otherwise you're going to get loads of duplicates, which are just, it's a waste of bronze players, which you can get silver players for. So if we actually have a look at my club right now, I think I have 1,600 players in my club, and I've actually got quite a lot of players from leagues which are not League SBC leagues. So let's go to France 2, let's put in quality bronze. We have some players there. We definitely have at least one squad there. Let's go to Italian 2. We don't have enough there. Germany 2. I think maybe we'd squeeze something out of that, but obviously we wouldn't want to use the icon swaps cards. Make sure you don't submit them. They are very, very valuable. La Liga 2, not enough players. So generally speaking, what you should do, open up about 50 packs, check your club. Ultimately, you should have like a timer in your head. As you're opening up these packs, think about how many players you're sending into the club that aren't really worth anything. And every time you chuck 3 in the club, 2 in the club, 3 in the club, 2 in the club, you kind of know in your head, you're thinking, I must have at least 100 players in my club that I don't need right now. And that is when you go over to the SBCs and you complete those bronze upgrade SBCs. There's not really a right or wrong way of doing it, but obviously you don't want to keep getting duplicates, as we already said. So do it as early as possible. Now, in terms of the silver upgrade SBC, how often should you be doing that one? It's obviously a little bit harder because when you do this, you're going to submit 11 bronze players, and then you're going to get 2 silvers. Now, some of those silvers are going to be League SBC players, which you want to keep in your club, but the ones you don't want, you want to submit into the silver upgrade. So generally speaking, if you complete like 50 bronze upgrade packs, you can probably complete about 5 to 10 silver upgrade packs. So this one gets done a lot less. Alright guys, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go through some packs, and I'm going to get a pack which has a lot of different things in it, and I can break down the difference between option 1, option 2 and option 3 from a pack that we get now. Because I need to do some bronze packs on this account. As you can see, I've got 150,000 coins. I've actually got quite a lot of liquid stuff. Well, I could sell some stuff and get it liquid. So if I sold everything here, which are in my investments, I should have about 800 to 900,000 coins, I think, roughly. Maybe some more things in my club. But just for example's sake, I need to do the bronze pack method. I've got quite a lot of space on my transfer list, so why not utilize it? So I'm going to open up some packs now, and we're going to have a look at what the difference is. Alright guys, so I've now opened up a pack, and this pack is going to be quite unique because for all 3 options you would do different things. So let's have a look first at the leagues. That is the first thing you do when you open up a pack. You scroll across like this and you see which league. So we've got a Saudi League player here, which I don't already have in the club. I also have a Bundesliga player, obviously Germany 1, and we have a Swedish League player, which this player is going to be completely useless. But rather than, discarding them, what I'm going to do is keep them in the club. We also have some player fitness cards as well, which will sell for 150 start and 5,000 coins. Now, I'll do that in a second, but what I want to talk about is the difference between option 1, 2 and 3 with these players right here. Now, option 1 is sell everything. So what I would do is I would compare the price of him on the market. As you can see, he's actually a very expensive player. I guess he's from one of the expensive teams. There's not many expensive teams. Most of these Saudi League players go for 200 coins. Occasionally like this, you do get an expensive one, so I could probably sell him for 600, 800 coins. Maybe I might have to relist a couple of times, but if I was doing option 1, I would try and list him up on the market and try to sell him. Now, option 1 as well would be selling this player right here. So again, I would go to compare prices. I'd look to see which is the cheapest. I tend to go for the absolute cheapest or tie for the cheapest. So for example, this guy right here, well, he's actually there for 500 coins. He must have just been listed up. That is probably a player that you can buy and then just list up for profit, but I'm not going to do it in this video. Because the cheapest before that one for 500 coins was 950, what I'd probably do is list them up for 700 or 800 coins. So you've got 2 players right here, which is going to make you back like literally 4 or 5 packs for the price that you've just paid for this bronze pack. So that's profitable already, just for option 1. As we already said, option 1 is for people with 20,000 coins or less, and the reason why is because you don't want to run out of coins whilst doing this. You want to sell all the things that you get straight away, build up your coins, and then start doing option 2. Now, option 2 means Chinese Super League players and Saudi League players that you keep in the club. So what I would do is, rather than selling this player here, I would keep him in the club, and I would go to the Germany League player, and I would check again the price of the player, and we already know that. So what I'll do is I'll list this one onto the market for whatever price that I want. I would also keep this player in the club, and I would also sell the player fitnesses for as much as I can. So that is what option 2 is. So you're only keeping one of the players here for option 2. Now, option 3, and this is the most profitable way of doing it. It is the most time consuming, but once you put some hours in, it pays you back the most amount of coins. It's super easy, and not to mention, it's probably the quickest way of doing it, because you get to just keep things in the club by pressing the right trigger. It's just easy to go through packs really quickly. So what you would do is keep both these players in the club. Super easy. But what would you do with the rest of the pack? Obviously, you'd keep the other player. You would chuck him into the bronze upgrade SBC once you've got enough players to do that. And then you list up these player fitnesses for 150 start 5,000 coins, which is what you do with option 1, 2, and 3. So that's what you do. Now, if you're asking me, do those player fitnesses actually sell for 5,000 coins? Yes. Yes, they do. I couldn't believe it. I thought people that were doing that were basically doing coin selling or whatever. But it turns out that people accidentally buy them for 5,000 coins. Because let's be honest, if you're buying a plus 20 fitness card for your team for one player, then you're pretty new to the game. So basically what you're doing is you're relying on people making a mistake and accidentally buying your card for the maximum price. But secondly, another way that you do get your cards bought for 5,000 coins is another accident, and that is because when people transfer coins from one account to the other, sometimes people list up loads of player fitnesses, and then they go onto the web app or something, and they try to make sure that they're buying their cards from their other account, and then because there are so many player fitnesses on the market, they accidentally buy yours. So before any of you want to ask, but if that happens, do you get banned? I don't know anybody that's been banned for doing that, for listing up cards. If you're someone that plays FIFA, you've been opening packs, you've been doing everything else on this account that you should be doing, you will not be banned if someone accidentally buys up your card. That's their fault. Now, on this account, as I said, it is my road to glory, and what I'm doing is option 3. I'm aiming to complete all of the League SBCs, and it's especially important right now to be stocking up players for League SBCs. And the reason why, as I said at the start of the video, it is currently Team of the Season, and they're probably going to be releasing a Team of the Season card for all of the new leagues. We've had one so far for the EFL, which was, I think his name was White. And of course, guys, what you would do as well with the other players here, you would just discard them because you've got them as duplicates. You can't sell them on the market. And to be quite honest with you, even if some things do sell for 200 coins, if you've got to relist it like 5 or 10 times, that's just a waste of transfer list space. So some managers, most managers actually, do not sell for 200 coins. If you want to check them, do it. But I really don't recommend checking managers and staff and even player contracts. The rare player contracts sometimes do sell, but the individual player fitnesses are the things that sell the most. So let's go ahead and start opening up some more packs, and I can give you some more examples of what I would do as a player that's doing option 3. So let's have a look at what's in this pack. We get a terrible league there, a Chinese Super League player, which I may have to use. He's 62 rated, so he's probably worth something. There's actually quite a few on the market, but we're going to keep them anyway. What I'm going to do, discard all of that, keep them in the club, and this is how you do it really quickly. Again, let's go for another pack. I really want to pack a team of the season. I've only packed a team of the week. I packed a silver team of the week from a bronze pack, but I haven't opened any packs once team of the season's been here. So again, this pack's actually terrible. I do have a player fitness there, which I'm going to list up. I think this is, as I already said, like you can sell them, but it takes longer to sell the player contracts than it does the player fitness. So it is totally depending on you. If you have a small amount of coins and you have loads of transfer list space, list them up. If you're someone that's constantly hitting the limit of 100 on your transfer list, then don't bother, just discard these. And that's what I'm going to do. Well, actually, you know what, we'll just keep it in the club. What's the point of discarding it? But we're going to use all of these in the bronze upgrade and discard all of them like that. I'm going to open up a couple more just for you guys as an example, and then I'm going to show you how to do the actual bronze upgrades as quickly as possible so that you can just basically rush through them. So the only player here that I know of, if we have a look at the leagues, is the MLS. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to check his price quickly. As you can see, there is a ton of him on the market right now. I probably won't sell him. I might have to relist 5, 6, 7, 8 times. And to me, I can't be bothered to do that because my account's in a really good situation. I'd rather just leave that space on the transfer list for something I know will sell. So I'm going to get rid of that MLS player and keep everything else into the club like that. All right, what we're going to do... Oh, damn it. You know what? I actually thought that was something better than a Libertadores player. But Libertadores players obviously do sell. Colombian, I think he should be about 1,000 coins, which is pretty decent. Now, Conmebol League SBCs are kind of separate from the normal League SBCs in a way. They're a bit more unique because of all these special cards. A lot of them do sell for a lot of coins. What I recommend, again, is the same with option 1, 2 and 3. If you want to sell everything, obviously you sell it. If you're doing option 1, you don't have many coins. If you are doing option 3, obviously keep them in the club, because having first owner on these players is essential for completing the clubs and the Sudamericana, Libertadores, Conmebol SBC. So that's what I'm going to do. We're going to obviously take these coins. We also have a Liverpool player here. How much is he going for? That's quite a lot of coins. That's actually 1,000 there, 1,200. So he's probably worth... But let's list them up for... If we want a quick sell, if we want to make sure that we can do the bronze pack method for a long period of time without having to wait for my transfer list to move, I'll list them up for 800 coins. But because I want to maximize how much profit I'm getting here, I want to list them up for 900 just to, you know, get the most amount of coins. And again, we're going to list up that player fitness for 150 and 5,000. But I'm actually going to keep this player in the club and use him myself to complete an SBC from the Conmebol League SBC. Let's see if we can get... I just really want a team this season. That would be so sick, wouldn't it? So I have Philippe here, Germany 1. Sometimes I like to check the price of these players, although it's not time efficient, just occasionally. Again, we're going to list this up for 150 start, 5,000 buy now, and we have a +3 attribute cards. Now, as we did say, things usually sell more on the weekend when people are playing the weekend league. Attribute cards are not allowed in the weekend league. So when is the best time to sell player attribute cards, training items? So the best time to sell these is when a new objective comes out that you can complete in Rivals or even Squad Battles, but more specifically Rivals, because that's where it gets competitive. That's where people are obviously playing against people of their own standard and they need to score a cross, a low-driven shot, and having a +3 attribute cards will make a normal player like a Ben Yedder feel like his informed card without having to pay for the informed card. So the best time to sell these attribute cards is going to be when an objective comes out. That is usually, and this is the normal schedule for EA, they usually release player objectives on Friday and usually Tuesday. But last week we had one on Friday and then we had a Laporte on Saturday. So it is completely random, but usually it's when a new promo comes out on a Friday. That is when they release, you know, these objectives. So I'd say usually a Friday or Saturday is the best time to sell these attribute cards. What I'm going to do personally is keep in the club, because occasionally I use these attribute cards myself just for a bit of fun and to also make it easier for me to actually complete the challenges. All right, final pack, and then we'll do a bronze upgrade. We've got another player here, a Sudamericana player. Let's see how much it goes for. So this one is pretty much a discard player. I think I could get 200 coins, but rather than get 200 coins, I'm going to keep it, put it to good use. He's from the Chilean League. This is player fitness. We're going to list that up and we're going to discard the rest. I'm not even going to check the price of that player we're discarding. I already know that he's worth nothing. So let's go ahead and do some bronze upgrade packs. Now, as I said, there is a different type of bronze upgrade pack right now, which isn't always here, and it's very rare that these come around. And I think the reason why EA actually released this bronze upgrade pack and also the silver upgrade pack is to promote us to actually do the bronze pack method, because they released the new player for English too. So if I quickly just show you what I mean. So this is the EFL Championship player. This is, I think, the reason why they released the bronze and silver packs for a limited time, to get an extra player, an extra bronze, and also, sorry, an extra silver player and an extra gold player. The reason why is because I think they want us to open more bronze packs, because they knew that the EFL Championship requires a lot of bronze players, and if everyone's completed this League SBC, it would be super expensive. So they made us they made it more profitable for us, so that EA are very clever. They know it's an economy and they manipulate the economy to match their benefits, and they don't want this to be super expensive. So that's why they released these bonus picks for the bronze and silver upgrade. But obviously, whilst we can, we're going to go and get our extra pick. Now, this is the best way. Don't click start from scratch. I used to do it the long method. This is going to save you loads of time, and it's going to make it less of a headache. So let's just go to a league we know doesn't have, does have quite a lot of bronze players that we haven't already done. So let's go to, I'm going to guess the Chilean League. Let's go to quality bronze, auto complete, and see how many players we have. We actually don't have many players here, and quite a lot of them are Sudamericana, so, or Libertadores. But even still, what we're going to do, this is what happens if you've got a league that's half complete. You put the players on like that. Now, you don't need to go to the bench and clear them off individually. Just go to Squad Builder again, find another league which has, you know, quite a decent amount of players that you're not going to use. I think they have some decent bronzes. Let's go autocomplete, and you can see there only one player. So I really don't have many bronzes to actually put into this right now, but it's fine. This is a good example for you guys. Should we go for the Scottish? Should we go Scottish quality bronze autocomplete? And we've got one player there, but we've got one on the bench, so that should be able to complete it. And that just goes to show you how easy it is to get 40 chemistry. You just need one team that has at least 4 or 5 players from it, and the chemistry is done. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to send that off, just double check that I haven't put something like an icon swaps player there, and click next. And then I'm going to get my silver players back, but I'm going to get a bonus one this time because of the team of the season. Now, as I just showed you, I didn't actually have that many bronze players from the non-League SBC leagues. So what I'm going to do, and what's best for me, is to just completely stack my club up with like probably another couple of hundred players of bronze players that aren't really worth anything, that I can chuck into that bronze upgrade pack, and then chuck the silvers into the silver upgrade pack. So that's what I'm going to be doing now. Personally, obviously, I think that's a pretty good explanation of the bronze pack methods. I may do another video in the future on the advanced way of doing this. There is one more way that you can maximize even more potential. I don't want to put it into this video because this one's more for beginners and like intermediates. The next stage is really more difficult to understand. It's an advanced way of doing it. So if you want to see that, please drop a like on the video. It helps my videos get out there, helps people understand this even more. And also, if you can subscribe to my channel, that would be greatly appreciated. But before you click off the video, make sure you join my Discord group, because at all times you can ask questions that you may have around bronze pack methods, League SBCs, objectives, anything FIFA related. There's a section for you, and as I said, it's completely free. If you don't have Discord, just make an account. It's super easy. And guys, that is going to be the end of the video. I'm going to keep spamming open these packs and hopefully pack a team of the season. That would be wicked. If you actually manage to pack a team of the season, please show me. Come to my Discord, post a photo, tag me in it. I'll be interested to see which team of the season you pack. But anyway, guys, thank you for watching. I'll catch you later. Bye-bye.